You have the right to practice your religion, but not when doing so discriminates unfairly against others. I mean, I suppose I would probably actually support that. I know this is probably going to be piss a lot of American conservatives off, but the I don't see why Christians should have the right to refuse to serve gay people.
Yeah, because Christians are clearly the biggest offenders in this.
I don't see
Really?
why. Yeah, I don't see why.
So let me
why
ask:
you
should a black bakery be allowed to refuse to serve a Ku Klux Klan meeting?
No, well, I mean, I don't think they necessarily have to host it.
Well, the bakery in question was being sued for not hosting the gay wedding, not for just not serving them.
But I mean, why should? I mean, yeah, but that's not even the same question though.
It's exactly the same question.
I mean,
I think it's. I obviously there's difference.
I don't know.
What's going on. The problem is they created a law that allows LGBTQ community to not do things in a, oh, I really want this cake from this bakery, but do things in a pathological way that has allowed them to ruin people's lives. Like, you've got two bakeries. This was the situation that happened, I believe it was last year, maybe earlier. Yeah, last year, where they had one bakery that was literally like not even a 10-minute drive away from another bakery, but the lesbian couple went to this Christian bakery solely so they could sue them for psychological damages, because they said, well, bake your cake, we'll do everything, we just can't come and cater the wedding because it's against our religion. So it's allowed these people a loophole to literally destroy this life of this family. And this family had their life destroyed, so they created an Indiegogo, and that got taken down because it was a discrimination thing. So they've just lost hundreds of thousands of dollars simply because this group was being pathological. So those laws can be very dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, right, that your question, should a black bakery be allowed to refuse service to the Ku Klux Klan? That's not the same question as...
Obviously, they're different situations.
No, it's different in principle, though. Because the Ku Klux Klan is something people sign up for. It's an ideology.
And a religion isn't an ideology or something you sign up for? Should we be allowed to discriminate against people's religious or political views? If I open a conservative bakery, is it okay that I decide not to serve anybody who's a liberal?
Something that it's an idea that they choose to adopt. If it was, should a black bakery be allowed to discriminate against white people? No, absolutely not. You know, that's racist, and they shouldn't be allowed to do it.
So I should be able to discriminate against somebody who's a conservative because a conservative isn't a race.
The same with, you know, being gay. I don't think it's a choice, and I don't think anyone really thinks it's a choice. So, you know, if you would say, like, you know, should a bakery be allowed to discriminate against Black Lives Matter supporters? Sure.
If they're not doing anything wrong or misbehaving in your bakery, then why?
You know, that it's an ideological perspective. It's not black people, you know, but it's not something that's immutable about the person, you know. And same as being in the KKK, it's not immutable. They can choose to join or leave the KKK. But based on these, like, you know, unearned privileges.
So I can discriminate against people as long as it's not immutable? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with discriminating against people for political and religious views?
So if something is innate, they have to serve it. So if it's something like your gender, what about something like what if you're gluten intolerant? Do they have to start making gluten-free cakes in order to serve that group? Because they can't change that; they were born that way, right?
Yeah, but I think that's slightly different, isn't it? I mean, that's a disability the individuals have. It's not like you can't look at someone and say, "Hey, you're gluten intolerant," you know.
Can you direct me to the store where you bought your gaydar from?
You can't possibly know that, can you?
I think, but I personally think the free market would respond to a bakery or a business that was discriminatory in a sense to just going to a different business.
How is this not going to just create more enclaves, though? If you allow people to, okay, you know what, you feel free to discriminate against whoever you like when you're running a business.
Well, didn't you just say it's okay to discriminate against somebody as long as it's not immutable? How is that not going to make enclaves as well?
So, I mean, you're going to end up with areas where black people aren't served. You're going to end up with areas where white people aren't served.
But it's okay to end up with places where liberals or Buddhists aren't served. At least that's the impression I'm getting from your argument.
It's not like there are tons of places that aren't serving blacks, tons of places that aren't serving gays. The majority do. So when you look at this, it's literally like It's not like they can't go straight across the street. It's
But
not like
at the end of the day, I don't really have a lot of respect for religious beliefs. I really don't. If they say, well, it's against our religion to serve gay people.
You're not even going to entertain the fact that maybe it's a little deeper than religious views? I'm an atheist and I don't have a problem with gay people. But if you ask me to cater to an ass-chab gangbang wedding, I might be a little uncomfortable doing so. It's not like they were refusing to serve them in their store, it's just that they were uncomfortable catering to them. I don't think anybody should have to do anything like that they're not comfortable doing.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck your religion. Your religion's bullshit, and anyone who believes religion is bullshit. So no, I've got no respect for religion. So
you can believe you can.
I have no respect for libertards, but it doesn't mean I get to put a "No Liberals Allowed" sign in front of my store.
What they want to do is to discriminate against people based on an innate characteristic. I don't think that. I don't care what their worldview is. I don't think they should have that ability.
So you think they should be forced to do something they're just clearly uncomfortable doing?
You know,
I don't,
because
I don't think they're doing it in a malicious sense. I don't think they're doing it in a malicious sense in a lot of the cases.
They're not.
Day going around Facebook, I kept seeing this fucking post of a 2-year-old child in Africa who they'd convinced themselves this kid was a witch, and so no one was feeding this child. This child was just wandering the streets of this little fucking backwards village in Africa, starving, thin as a fucking rake, because of their stupid ass worldview, their religious bullshit.
Well, like I said, I'm not religious, but I am a smartass, so I'd like to point out the fact that there's more than one starving child in Africa, and they're not all considered witches.
I think the free market will deal with the discrimination problem of people wanting to go to places that are more diverse. You already see that with all of these places embracing social justice, having a black person, a person in a wheelchair, an Asian person, a white person on their posters because they want as many people to come to their store as possible. It's how the free market works. They want to increase their profits, not decrease the amount of people buying their stuff.
Okay,
Sorry.
now I would agree with you if that was the system we lived in, but we don't live in that system.
We don't live in a capitalist society? I'd argue that not only do we live in this system, we live in it to a fault, where big corporations pretty much run everything and political correctness has gone off the charts.
We live in a system that literally has laws preventing discrimination based on arbitrary characteristics.
Developing tonight, a jury has awarded a big payout to a pair of Muslim truck drivers who were fired after refusing to deliver alcoholic beverages, citing their religious convictions. The Obama administration actually represented the two Muslims in this case.
And I don't think that these laws should be circumvented or overridden by someone's retrograde beliefs. I really don't. And I think that that is a dangerous road to go down because it ends up with a bunch of fucking crazy villagers in Africa starving a 2-year-old to death because they think he's a fucking witch.
Get off the whole witch thing. If they didn't have that excuse not to feed them, they'd find another one.
You know, as soon as you start pandering...
Well, starving someone to death, and that's child abuse. That's already illegal. That's...
Yeah, but it's against their worldview to feed a witch. You know, this is the thing. They think this child is a fucking witch because they have
no one's.
So what's their excuse for not feeding all the other ones?
I'm not saying that it's right necessarily. I'm just saying that with the system we live in, we do have laws against this kind of discrimination. And if
we got laws for other kinds of discrimination too, but it doesn't mean they're right.
If we're going to follow these laws, which I think everyone should, because, you know, this is the point of laws.
Yeah, because laws can never be unfair, unjust, wrong, or downright crazy.
I don't think anyone has the right to not be discriminated against. I don't. I think that it happens to everyone, and that's just a part of life.
Oh, okay.
It's like tough shit.
Okay, but based... So what, you think it's right for people to be able to discriminate against black people if they want?
It is people's right to be a racist. I don't necessarily support it, but that's their right.
Okay, but you don't think there should be laws?
I don't agree with putting people from Black Lives Matters in jail for hating white people and saying
no one's suggesting for hating white people. But for example, like, if they were to open a business that said no whites, do you think that?
I think that business would fail on the first day. I think no one would go there.
It doesn't matter what you think the business would fail. Do you think it's acceptable for them to be able to open a business that just called no whites? We don't serve white people. I mean, is that okay?
Yes, for two reasons. One, if somebody hates me that much just because I'm white that they don't even want my money, I don't want to give it to them. Two, the last people you want to piss off are the ones handling your food. I know that if they're not forced to serve me, there's less of a chance they're going to jerk off or shit in my fucking cake.